You've asked for it, so here's more Upper Peninsula. Or maybe you didn't ask for it, but here we are anyway.
So we are in Sault Ste Marie today. I'm sure you can see this big bridge right behind us. That is the international bridge that runs from Sault Ste Marie, Michigan to Sault Ste Marie, Ontario, Canada.
And fun fact, Sault Ste Marie, Canada has a Taco Bell. That's important.
I like Taco
That's
Bell.
important.
Anyway, it's supposed to be a pretty popular crossing over into Canada. It's the only crossing within like a 300-mile distance here on the border. So a lot of people cross over here, well, back and forth. But
and a lot of people don't. I mean, there's that.
They don't. But today we're going to explore Sault Ste. Marie a little bit. It's a big maritime area. Two of the Great Lakes verge here. So you have Lake Huron and Lake Superior. And so that means there is some really cool locks here. And so I think that's one of the first things we're going to do is try to see one of the freighters come through the locks. We just arrived to Soo Locks Park, which is where the Soo Locks are. We stopped by the visitor center. It's a good idea to stop by there because they have a list of all the ships, freighters that are going to be coming through the locks, so you can kind of have an idea when they're coming through. And they also do have a number that you can call as well, so check their website so you can kind of, so you're not waiting around for hours for a boat, but you know. So behind us is
the observation deck. You can go up there and observe.
Make observations.
Don't judge people though. Don't judge. Well, I mean, you can judge a little bit, I guess.
No, they've actually got like a 2-story observation deck back here where you can stand there and watch the ships as they come through the locks. Yeah, so we're about to head out there and check one. It's actually going to be going up, so it's going to be coming from Lake Huron and going up to Lake Superior.
Well, let's go up.
It's going to rise.
And let's go up and see it then.
The Soo Locks are located on the St. Mary's River between Lake Superior and Lake Huron. They are maintained and operated by the United States Army Corps of Engineers.
The Soo Locks allow these freighters to bypass the rapids of the river and either raises or lowers the ships 21 feet.
About 10,000 ships pass through here every single year, which is quite impressive when you consider that they have to shut it down between January and March for bad weather.
Even though the ice on the Great Lakes grinds shipping to a halt, this period of time is actually used to inspect and maintain the lock system.
The ship you're watching go through the locks is the H. Lee White. She is a 704-foot massive freighter.
Fun fact about this freighter, in 1992 she hit the Grosse Isle toll bridge, causing $1.7 million worth of damage. But today, she made it through the lock just fine. Okay, so the locks were really cool. Seeing the ships go up and down. Grabbed a little bite to eat at a little crepe shop that was just right across the street from the Soo Locks Park. It was super tasty. Now that our bellies are full, we decided to come to the world's largest maritime museum.
Are you telling me lies again?
No, that's what the sign out front said. We don't have a fact checker like on our staff. Actually, this is our staff.
We are the staff.
Yeah, we have you guys though.
So we are at the Museum Valley Camp, which is a large freighter. So I think this one is like, I think I read 550 feet is how large the freighter is. And so there's a big museum inside, so with freighter-y things.
Except for freight. It doesn't have freight.
No freight. Unless we're the freight.
Well, we're not going anywhere.
No. So whenever these ships don't have any cargo on them, they actually fill these ballast tanks with water. It is a huge tank, but basically what this does is it helps balance the ship and give it some weight so that it's not kind of being blown around in the wind or the waves or whatever.
Other ship things.
That other ship stuff.
So one of the last things you want in your ship is a bunch of water. So I give to you a bunch of water. No, so they have these aquariums that have local species of fish from the Great Lakes. You can sit here and watch them. from inside the ship, which is something I don't think you want to do from inside the ship if you were in a ship.
Can you just feel that awesome sea air?
Lake air.
Lake air.
It's actually really hot in here.
It is, and it smells really good. So, how many of you have seen Guardians of the Galaxy and know what Groot looks like? Now, I love Groot. Now, tell me that this thing doesn't kind of look like Groot.
I am Groot.
I am Groot.
So there is no doubt that the Great Lakes have had their fair share of severe weather, and there's plenty of stories about shipwrecks. There are thousands of shipwrecks in the Great Lakes. So one of the most interesting ones is about the SS Edmund Fitzgerald. It was a freighter ship, and it was pretty much lost in the storm. But to read the actual timeline and the communications between other boats and the Coast Guard and the Fitzgerald, it just pretty much vanished during a storm. Just slipped beneath the waves. This is actually one of the lifeboats. It was found 9 miles from the wreckage site. And so these were the buoys that were actually stationed over the Fitzgerald wreckage site. And the wind and waves were so bad, it actually submerged the buoy so deep that it actually crushed them. So we've made our way to the top deck of the ship. It's really cool up here. You can see the huge hatch covers, which they would put the cargo in, the freight, the grain, the pellets, the ore, whatever they were hauling at the time. You can get a beautiful view of the International Bridge as well as the hydropower station from up here. Took a lot of climbing, but here we are where the magic happens. This is where they used to steer this big bad boy. So you can actually see behind me, or maybe not, because the sun's pretty bright out there, just how massive of a ship this was. This must have been like absolutely insane to drive. I mean, the van's pretty big, but it's not like freighter big, you know? It's the Tower of History, solving all of life's little mysteries. We're at the Tower of History. Come on, that was a great song.
You know it was great? Not that song. The Ship Museum was great.
Ship Museum was really cool.
So now we're at the Tower of History.
We are. So the Tower of History used to be an old bell tower that's built by the Catholic Church in 1968.
It actually sits right next to St. Mary's Cathedral, which is an absolutely gorgeous cathedral right next door. So if you happen to like to look at cathedrals like I do, like the stained art or the stained glasses, just really beautiful in there.
Yeah, it's really pretty. So anyway, the Catholic Church eventually turned this tower over to the Sault Ste. Marie Historical Sites, and it is now a museum with a pretty special feature, which we're going to get into in just a minute. Anticipation.
Yes, wait for it.
We're in an elevator.
We are. It's going up.
Into the Tower of History, the Tower of History, solving all of life's mysteries, the Tower of History.
Now the lens is fogging up from the heat in here.
So we were all the way up as high as you can go in the okay, I'm not going to sing it again, but the Tower of History. We kind of blew by the museum. It's a really small museum. It talks about one of the missionaries, was it Baraga? So he was born in Slovenia. Hi, Slovenia.
Present-day Slovenia.
So present-day Slovenia. It wasn't Slovenia then. But, so you get a pretty decent view of the Canada and the locks and some ships and the International Bridge from up here. The observation platform kind of looks a little run down though.
Yeah, it's nothing super impressive. I think maybe it would be a little cooler at night to come up and see the lights and stuff of the city and stuff, more so than the day. But it is cool that you can see the bridge.
Can you come up here at night?
I don't know what time they close.
No.
Maybe you can, maybe you can't.
I don't know. Probably not, but...
no, it's pretty.
It's okay.
We can almost touch Canada from here.
Yeah, we can.
I want to touch Canada.
Come here, Canada. You're going to get touched. Well, I've had fun in Sault Ste. Marie today.
Yeah, I mean, if you're through this area, it's worth stopping by. There's just a lot, especially if you like ships and ship history. It's just a huge maritime area, and it's quite impressive to see how big these ships are that are like floating around the Great Lakes, and
Just floating around.
They're just floating around, hanging out there.
Just doing their ship thing.
So, yeah. I don't know.
No, but it's a really cool town to to spend a few hours in, and we really enjoyed our time here.
All right, guys. So as usual, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications bell, do all those awesome things that awesome people do.
Yeah, if you're super awesome, then touch it like I touched Canada. All right, guys. We love you, Canada. We do, and we hope to be in Canada soon.
We can't wait to come visit you in Canada.
But like she said, that's going to do it for this video, guys. And until next time, stay wonderful.
Wonderful.
Call it a day.